What's going on, everybody? This is Saul Castañeda from MCSE Green Wheels, and it's late at night as the days get shorter and it gets colder. We're trying to race and finish this bad boy up. So today we're just doing most of it, all the detail stuff that kind of like people forget and push to the side, you know, like AC or heat. We're gonna do our brake dust shields. Now a lot of people say, oh, well, what do you need that for? We have the stock spindles. Well, it's not the stock spindles. We have the SN95 spindles on here, and you know, they came with dust shields. So, being who we were, we sent ours to get, that's right, powder coated. Thanks to everybody, Mr. Goggin and Santino over at All Star Powder Coating, 130 South Dottie Road in Chicago, Illinois. They did a really wonderful job about a couple years ago on these things. And you know what? As you can tell, they've been moved around. They've been tossed around. Look at this. Still holding up. Nice. Look at it. They just came out of the bag. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and install them. It's got 3 holes on the spindle. We're going to go ahead and remove the rotors. We're going to remove the calipers. And then we're going to show you what it is. So it's 3 screws, right? Now, you're supposed to rivet it on there. And although rivets do work and they look pretty, I guess, you know we ain't going to do that here. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to go ahead and pull all this stuff out. And I'm going to find me 3 little bolts. And I'm going to put some threads in there so I can remove them whenever I want and still have threads or axes if I want to reinstall them. So let's get that done. So I'm going to go ahead and get a 14 mil, it looks like. So I'm going to get these, I'm just going to get the bracket off, hanging off to the side right here. And then remove this rotor. See if I can find me the right size, the right size tap and die. I'm going to go ahead and find me some 3 bolts, 6 in total. 3 for each side. Do the thread on there, pitch it in there nice. Put a little bit of blue Loctite, set these bad boys on there, and they should be looking cool and nice. And then we'll be pretty much done with the brake setup. We already installed all our rear stuff. The only thing that we're missing back there is to do the emergency brakes, which we're going to catch up to that very soon. And when we're doing our emergency brakes, we're going to go ahead and do, that's right, our rear sway bar as well too. Now I know you guys know that we got our Maximum Motorsports setup back there. We have a pan iron bar and a torque iron bar also. Not only that, I mean, we also have a couple other little hidden surprises that are going to be Maximum Motorsports, but we're going to save those for a little later, and we'll show you when we cross that bridge. I don't want to let it bang around in here because most of this stuff here is all powder coated. Perfect. All right. A little dusty. Look at that. There you go. So, just clean it up. So, our 3 holes, there's one down, one right here. There's one up here, and there's one right down here. There you go. So, don't worry about that one because that's what that's where the sensor goes, and it's a good thing we're not using the sensor here because we don't have ABS. So what I'm going to look for, I'm going to look for a tap the size of this, just a little bigger, so I can put some threads in there. That looks like it's going to be a winner chicken dinner. This is a 5/16 screw. Mates 1.25s, and I got myself a little power steering fluid just to help me get this started. Hopefully it works out. If not, I got some M6s 1.5s with the nuts that I'll just go ahead and run through because, you know, we just want to make sure to finish it. It'll look just as good, I swear, but I'm going to try this. Hopefully I can make it work for me. And let's see. Let me get this. Oh, I gotta get another one. This is broken. Should have got one of these bigger. Yeah, we know the joke. That's what she said. La la la. We get it. If you guys don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't do this. I'd just go ahead and use the rivets. I'm just trying to give mine a different look. Alright. I'm gonna assume that because we've powder coated and there's probably a little bits of coating in there. So it's coming out the back. It's good stuff. Drop a little bit. Some more in there. Man, that last little bit is really fighting. Just holding this, keep going back and forth. I think I broke through already. Uh-oh, see what I mean? Uh-oh, I think I broke this one too. Let me try another one. Doesn't want to let it go now. Get some pliers. Got this heftier one here. Let's try this one out. This one's just slightly different, but we need it to work. Same thread. It's a M8 1.25. See if we get. Vice grip time. See if I can, you know, acquire some more of these old tools, because some of these, you know, all this made in China stuff works to stellar perfection, as you can tell. Well, I guess I got them in there pretty good. Nope. Let's get it off. Those are shavings coming out. Okay. Let's try this new one. See how this one does. All right. Seems to be doing just right. You can see that pulling out some of the, then again, my little gold one did do the job. Got us all the way in there. There it is. That's some good stuff right there. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. All the way in. Woohoo! See, yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see these little shavings now. You want to make sure that you're wearing gloves when you touch this stuff, because it gets in your skin. Never mind. Alright, let's get ourselves some WD-40. You see, you want to see like those little shavings right there. We got all in here. We're going to get some WD-40, clean it out in here. See what the threads look like. We'll give it a touch run with one of our screws. I'm getting some of this. Alrighty. The big moment. Look at that. Where there once was no thread, it now has threads. Let's finish up the next three. Let's put on our heat shield, our dust brake shield, and let's admire it from afar. Amazing fluid in here. On the floor too, because that's what we need it there the most. I want to try and keep this as straight as you possibly can, because once you make that hole, it's over with. As you can tell, this bit here works a hell of a lot better. It's just going through it like butter. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna take my time, back it out a little bit, and then go back in there again. Spray some lubricant to keep it sharp and not, you know, completely destroy these threads, because the last thing I need, well, I'm not gonna say it, I'm just gonna finish up first. In the back, it already came out, so we're doing real good so far. You can see right here on top, I got about 3 more threads left. I'm gonna get it all the way through. Let's lubricate it some more. Try to keep this bad boy safe. We still got nice and, well, sharp, should I say, because we still got 4 more to go. And there it is. Bam, all the way through. Let's take it all the way back. Nice and clean, buddy. Nice and clean. Look at that. Look at that. Exactly what I wanted. You know, and the only reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to put hardware back here, you know what I mean? And this is actually really a good size here. That. Oh, man. Now, I got a little bit of hang back here. You can see it. It's not horrible. Do I like it? I don't. Can I live without it? Yeah, I can live with it. I'm not too crazy. I'm gonna keep it as is, because this bolt right here is a little shorter. So you guys could tell. Now I may, in the morning, go ahead and just get me all uniform size bolts. But as of right now, the other thing that I'm looking at is this style of head. This is at more of a flat, where this guy's got a ridge. I like this style better because I wouldn't want the rotor touching it if it's too far. But once we get the plate back on there, you know, once we do our last tap and we get our plate on there, we'll see what our clearance is. Because then if that's the case, I have to get 2 more of these guys. And then we're going to go ahead and install all our screws and see if we got any binding anywhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, hello, friend. No, I got that wrong. Still got that wrong. What the hell? I guess it does go like this. Yeah, right? No. Let me see this guy. Nope. I was right. It is this way. There it is. Sorry, guys. I'm stupid. You know, brain cells are missing. Too much football without a helmet. Ooh, I was gonna say, hope it fits through here. But it does. Again, the screw size here is an M8 with a thread pitch of 1.25, guys. Alright. 2. Now, this guy's a different one. As you guys can tell, it's a little bigger. So we're going to come back in here. We're just mocking it up right now. I'm going to put some Loctite on here, some blue Loctite. Get them in place. Now, I'm going to put on the rotor, see if it doesn't hit it. If it doesn't hit it, I think we'll be in the clear. Boom. Beautiful. Got all the clearance in the world. You know, it looks really good. Looks really good to me. And you know what? We have a nicer look of it. So I like the way it looks. It's not horrible. The screws don't stick out as much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some Loctite on there and reinstall them. See, it's a little sturdier. Now we got these new these dust shields from LMR. I think they were $1 million. But then it costed us like $30 to get them powder coated. It's worth it.
They're the
SN95 spindle setup. So you guys can tell that's what we're running here. Alright. Now that we got this guy on there. Bam. Let's get this spongy cord out the way. Screws. Let's see. Where'd I kick it? 2. And that's it. Now, that looks really good, man. I like how that looks. Alright. There we go. Let it click once, because that's it. And what you hear there is actually just the pad touching the rotor touching the pad, so that's a good thing. We're not getting any rug back here. It's all very well spaced. None of the screws are touching, and they look really good. So it also, you know, like I said, you can put on those real big, goofy looking rivets on there or something, or you know, you take a little bit extra time and you do this to it. And I like how this came out, and I'm sticking to it. It really helps that you get one of these that's really pretty much new, but what really helps is that you get this one that's good. As you saw in the other one, it kind of starts to spin when it gets really hairy and tight in there, but at the same time that MA 1.8 1.25 bit was a little chewed up. It was like 90-year-old grandma's teeth getting at it in here. Fantastic. All the way through. Come on back, brother. As you guys can tell, look, nice and smooth, man. That's some good cutting. And it should be all the way out. Ta-da! Clean this tip off. Lubricate it some more. Let's turn it back out. Be careful with those shavings. I'm tired of having to deal with them in the morning. Alright, clean this out. Let's get this guy out of here. Said I'm just trying to take my time. I come back and forth and I give it its moment for it to find its center kind of deal. This one's a little off. So I'm going to start all over again because I can feel it's hanging a little too low. Okay. If you can, you want to use a little tiny 12-point socket in the back of this. It'll work out really good with the ratchet. Just got to keep it steady with a nice little extension, because as you guys can see, you get real close, you can be hitting the studs, or you're going to be riding this edge right here when you get down to this guy. Obviously, the top one has plenty of room for you to play with, but I couldn't find a socket, a 12-point that I could use on here, so I had to dig around and find myself this chuck. Even though I'm not a big fan of them, this one's working out just fine. And the best part about it is because this bit is fairly new. I think I've had it for about a year or two. You could see that it's doing its job of just cutting through this stuff. Perfect. Just like effortless. Perfect. Now, this guy a little bit before we install everything. Get all this dust off of here. Alright. Again, everything here has been powder coated by All Star Coatings, and they're on East Chicago. You guys can look them up. Mr. Goggin is always willing to take in some work if they're not super ridiculous slammed, which a good percentage of the time they are. So get your stuff done, get it done right, go to the good guys, go to All Star Powder Coating, guys. Yeah, after that quick promotional shout out there, let's install this guy. Now I'm going to go with the same pattern of keeping that little short guy, the little short guy right there. I'm going to keep them on top. Since there wasn't any kind of bind up where the rotor was touching any of these guys, I was more concerned with the two on the side, which that's why I kept them with the flat. So there's great clearance to the top, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it that routine. For movie magic purposes, imagine that I put some Loctite on here. Beating. Alright. Look at that. I could do it. Look at this. My fingers. Oh my god. No crunchiness in there still, but not a bad deal. Look at that. What more can you ask for? Look at this. Look at that. My finger is going in. It's so awesome. Look at this. Oh man. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look any good. I mean, tell me that doesn't look good. Tell me it doesn't look good. It's nice, it's clean, I don't have no crazy rivets. And if I want to take it off, guess what? I could just take it right off. If I want to put it back, I will. You know, I can actually add the little studs, put some Loctite on there and just put a nut. Whatever I want to do. I want to make it look this way, which is what I'm doing. This is why we're doing it. This is why we take our time with it. And here's the end result of it. I like it. I especially like the way it just contrasts here. We got a lot of silver, you know, like the silver style, the metal looking stuff. Of course, we clear coated these. We're going to try and see if we can keep them that color as we tour around with it, you know, once we get her up and running. So, there you go, guys. There you go. That, to me, is it's a very nice look here. So, let's go ahead and finish it off and stop loading for the work that I just did. Oh, my God. It just looks so cool. This is what I was concerned about. Look at that room. Look at that room. No touching there, no touching there, and no touching down here. It is perfect. And that's what I love about it. It came out to perfection. So as you guys can see, the screws that I used worked out just fine. Had I put the same one up here with a little flat, or had I used the same ones as this one down there. Either which way, they worked out perfectly. I don't have a lot of overhang, especially on this top one. The bottom ones I got, I'll say about a quarter, maybe a half inch, maybe less, right around there sticking out. I think they look great. Let's finish it up. I'm gonna shut up now. All right. Don't mind the fuel return line. We're gonna put that back up in no time. There you go, guys. Look at this. Tell me this doesn't look really cool. You know, I like it because, you know, we get their brake dust back in here. And, you know, some people don't even use the brake dust shield when, you know, you upgrade for the Brembo or the Willwood package. I'm sure they have them. And a lot of people are like, well, why would you do that? You know, the brake dust shield, yeah, maybe obsolete, maybe something that you don't do very often, or, you know, maybe people don't care about it. The reality of it is, it does have a function. It's to keep brake dust from going into the back of your rim, you know, etc. and whatnot. We're just going to do that because these are brand new rims and we're not going to get them all slopped up like that. So we put on our brake dust shield, even though our rotor is slightly bigger. There we go. Man, tell me this just looks amazing to me. I can't. There we go. I'm going to come back in here and give it a real proper cleaning once we get this all done. But for right now, guys, tell me, did I mess this up? Should I have done it cheaper? Should I not have done it at all? Whatever, I did it. It's there. It looks pretty majestic to me. Yeah. It's perfect. Super cool. All right. Let's put the tire on. Man, oh man. I am always ecstatic about good work. You know, it takes a little longer, like I said, and we could have just added the rivets on there to these nice powder-coated brake shields, or brake dust shields. But you know what? We took the extra step. We got the, you know, we threaded it out, we cleaned it out real good. We found ourselves some bolts. We're gonna go ahead and coat them later with some clear so they don't get all rusty and ugly. But overall, I am extremely happy and ecstatic with the way it came out. It just matches, it just looks good. I don't have anything missing in here. I have my rotor, my brake bracket, my caliper, my brakes, my hoses, and now I got a brake dust shield in the back. So that's not too bad. We're keeping it as close as we can to the original. Well, considering that the trunk and the doors are the only thing original in this thing. Anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody on Instagram. Guys, go on there, give our pictures likes. Make sure you see who we promote and who we thank also along the way. Go to our Facebook page, MCSC Green Wheels on Facebook. If you guys are looking for a Foxbody on there, be our guest. We try to post as many as we can. Now, remember, they're not our cars. So, that's the big disclaimer. Don't be calling me and saying, hey, you sold me this Foxbody. No. We just promote. It's up to everybody else to keep this community nice and clean. Hopefully we can do that. We're just trying to promote that. Along that, I want to thank everybody on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching. Please, always give us a like if you like what you see. Hey, go down to the comments section. Let me know what I did wrong. If you like it, if you don't. The other thing is, most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Do me that favor, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep bringing you this content. Make sure you pass it on to your friends. Want to say good night on this cold October night. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you soon.